So you have to set your head both of it.
I have my best organs that I know.
We should think about what is an organ and what does that organ does, alright? Okay, Papa, start the accent,
Your
please.
hair is not good.
Is mine good?
No, not at all. You have to set one side. What are you doing? What? This side. Come to me, I'll do that.
Wait, are you
Come to me,
recording? Papa's
It's like
recording.
this. It's like this. Okay?
No.
Go back. It's good. Oh, it's good.
So,
Not so good.
I know one organ.
What's that?
It's called the pancreas.
Those are used to reduce sugar levels.
By help of two things called insulin and glucagon.
Can you explain them, Kusan?
So, if the level is high of sugar levels in our body called glucose, then it releases insulin that helps to decrease it. It activates a system that transforms excess glucose from your blood to your cells, whereas used as energy storage or safer way to use.
So the glucose is like a sugar that is not good for your body and can block the blood from flowing to the body.
Yes. And if
What about
it's
glucagon?
I have a
so
point. I
if
have a
it's
point.
wrong,
See, glucose, it's not something which is bad for the body, but it helps it helps as an energy for the body. But if glucose is high in blood, it causes problem. If glucose is low, also is a problem. That means glucose is not the problem. The amount of glucose you have in your blood is a problem.
So it's all about the percentage in a
Yeah.
and if it's
So
more,
if someone is fasting, that means he has not eaten food for last 8 hours or 10 hours, so his glucose should be somewhere near 70 to 100.
Ooh.
Okay, and then after eating food, his glucose can be anywhere between 70, 80 to 120 to 140 sometimes. Okay, that's
So what
usually
is the
termed as normal.
What is the high
If
amount?
something is more than 140, let's say some people call 120 is also little higher, but 140 plus is something normally seen as higher
High.
after you have your food. Maybe some people have 200 also, then they have a normal life, but it all depends on the lifestyle. So normally above 140, 150.
can I please talk now?
What happened?
So if it's low, then the pancreas releases another hormone called glucagon to make it from your cells back to your blood.
But if pancreas don't work, then what?
It leads to a disease called diabetes, or you can probably say diabetes mellitus.
Oh, okay. If glucose is high and pancreas is not releasing insulin, then what?
It can happen in 5 ways. Monogenic diabetes, that is an inherited form of diabetes, cystic fibrosis related diabetes, and even type 1 where the immune system kills the cells in your pancreas with a funny name. That is called what is that again?
You forgot. You are shouting as if you know, and then you stopped me, but you lost it. But it's okay.
With a fancy name that is called the Iris or Langerhans. Is that funny?
Oh, too much fun.
And if in type 2, the pancreas do not produce insulin, or your body cannot use it effectively. And gestational diabetes occurs in some women during pregnancy.
Okay, so I have a question for both of you. Can you name
Oh,
three?
you are the host?
No,
Oh,
I just
interviewer?
want to ask one question to both of you.
Okay, then set your hair first.
So,
Your hair is not so good. Okay, let me come and set your hair. Okay. Okay, good.
so can you name 3 types of organs you know in the body that can have cancer?
Any organ in the body can have cancer. Okay, it's
Can
not
heart
like,
have cancer then?
I mean, I don't think so, but maybe yeah, it has. We don't know.
There's esophageal cancer and
Skin
even
cancer.
and even there's something called colon cancer that is in the large intestine
Okay.
and the small intestine.
Okay.
Sorry,
Intestine.
but I mean both big and small intestines.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
People can have
Can-
throat cancer. People can
That's
have.
called esophageal cancer.
When a tumor grows and then there's less space for food to come down.
I think, as far as I know, all tumors are not cancers, but all cancers are tumors.
So like, can I tell you a
But I may
solution?
be wrong. I need to cross.
Can I tell you what can the doctor do after a surgery of esophageal cancer?
What?
He can cut off a little bit of the esophageal cancer and top of the stomach and align them together.
You mean he will cut down that infected area, the affected area,
No,
and
no,
then
no. He will
make
cut
it short
He'll cut a
and then
little
stitch
bit.
it back.
No, no, no. He cut a little bit of the ending of the esophagus, and then the little bit, the top layer of the stomach.
No.
That's true.
But if it is affecting that area, he'll do that. If it is affecting the upper side, then what? You're talking about the lower side of esophagus where it's connecting with the stomach. If the cancer is on the upper side,
Then they
then
will cut the top.
so whichever is impacted, they might
Cut it.
cut it. Okay.
And
Fine.
also the esophagus has lots of layers.
But where we are talking about a lot of cancers here. Okay, that's not point of our discussion.
I
Right?
have
Okay,
I
now
have
let's
one.
continue
I have
talking
one.
about our
Diabetes is the point of discussion.
diabetes is only about the pancreas.
I have one question for both of you.
Oh,
So can you name?
Is this about cancer?
No. Can you
Is this
name?
about corona?
No.
Is this
let him
about any
speak,
disease?
Nana.
This
Sikara,
one is.
please,
Can you name? Can you name the two types of nervous system?
The brain and the spinal cord.
No, he called about the system. He did not call about the parts of the system. He said what are the two types of nervous systems. This is logic involved in it. Okay, you need to be smart when you are
Central and
answering.
peripheral nervous system.
Central nervous system. When you are answering Kushu, you need to be very smart, okay? Because he is smart. Okay? Central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. Now come to the parts of the central nervous system, which is the
The brain and
brain.
spinal cord.
Then the peripheral nervous system parts.
Then it goes to the skin and even brain, spinal cord, and even nerves. Some nerves take it from the body to the brain when you taste something, and those are called sensory nerves. The ones that take it from the brain to the body are called motor nerves.
Are you feeling sleepy, Nana? You are blinking your eyes a lot.
Is that lots of dirt are coming into my eyes?
Anyways, blinking is not always a
You have to
sign
clean
of...
your eyes and come, Nana. Do you know how to do that?
What?
You
You
can
want to
clean your eyes and come.
Okay.
We can wait. Until then, can I talk?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the point of diabetes for now.
Uh-huh.
I will leave that for later, I guess.
Uh-huh.
So, did you know what happens when you do a CPR?
CPR is cardiopulmonary research.
Yeah. When you do CPR, you are like the heart. When you pump, you're pumping blood to the brain. And what is the thing you're not supposed to do when someone has a cardiac arrest is from brain dead. In 4 minutes, the brain will start to have some damage. In 10 minutes, there's no way to remove brain damage at all.
I came back.
Okay, good.
Did
Not
you know
this
that?
side. This side you have to come. Not this side.
Other side.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you know that beginning a CPR and you should not do it too fast or too slow. You should minimum do it a little bit fast and press in 2 inches so that you can be like a heart and make
How do you define which is too fast and which is too slow? Can you explain?
So this is how you do it limited. Kusan, would you mind sleeping down?
No, no, no. You should not do honestly.
I'm just kidding.
It's right.
Assume this is a pillow, right?
Yeah.
This is a person. Had to do like this. See how fast am I doing?
What is the criteria, Nana?
What
is
do
the
you mean
criteria?
by
What is the,
criteria?
see, too fast and too slow. What is the, how do you define too fast, too slow? Let me
So,
tell you, okay?
Too fast.
When you do slow, right? When you do slow, okay, blood comes into ventricle and then it will not push enough to go to the brain. Okay,
When
that
you
means
do-
if it is too slow, the pressure is not enough to go to the brain. Okay.
But if
But,
it's
but if it is too fast, what happens? Like when you're pushing it, before it tries to go to the brain, you're again doing fast. So it comes back. It won't reach
so
the
the
brain.
heart will not have time to refill with blood.
Yeah. See, thing is like it should refill full and it should empty.
But actually, if you don't push too deep enough, blood does not reach the brain
Yes,
because
that's also. Sit,
it's
please.
a-
Can you sit,
imagine
please, baby?
this is the blood and this is the brain. It will only go this much.
It'll go to other parts of the body except from the brain.
Can you please sit?
And the brain covers 2% of all your body mass.
And it
It's
takes
about 1.5
up
kg.
20% of a fifth of the total oxygen in your blood.
Hey, should I tell you a fact that I learned? Did you know Albert Einstein?
Yeah, I saw him yesterday. I was going on a car and he was.
He's already dead.
Then how do I know him?
So he
I read about him. I read about his
So
work.
scientists have discovered that he has a larger brain than the regular human.
Size or content?
Size, the size.
Okay. Maybe
Size
that's why
is
he's
bigger.
very smart.
And he also has so much of brain cells.
Yes, like 32,952.
He tells
He
some
just-
figure whatever comes to his mind.
Yeah,
He can cover it up. Also.
yeah, he does.
He is
Okay, you know when was your papa got the first touch of a human brain?
Was it when you were doing your college engineering?
When I was in the college, had a chance to visit hospital in Koti where we were students. Okay, and then we have anatomy, and there they brought a dead brain in a bucket. Okay, and asked us to hold it. It was heavy. It's more than 1.5 kg.
Wow.
Wow.
I thought it was very lightweight, but
Were you able to lift it?
at that age I was a little scared for the first time. But
Yeah, because seeing a part of the body for the first time, it's like when you see it animation, it's like okay, it's like this. But when you see it in real life, it looks more different.
but I don't think Kushu will be afraid, right?
Yeah,
I will not be afraid.
I'm never afraid of
I know-
any organ.
I do not know a brain is about a kilogram.
More than that, it's heavy.
Wow.
Why
I-
you don't feel the brain weight on your head? That's a smart question. I want to see who will answer first and how.
Me. Because sometimes when it's in the scalp, you actually see it like very less weight. But
Why?
as you take
Why?
because it's like shrink down.
No,
for the-
it's not shrink
No.
down.
Can you answer at least, Papa?
Think of it.
I have no clue.
How?
This is called smart questions. I think you should be able to answer it. Smart kid. Kushu.
Yeah, maybe he's.
You always win, right? No.
I never went on this. I never even taught this, and I never even learned this.
Oh, you never learned this, so let me tell you. Let me teach you. Okay. See, when you put a mug or some ball in a water bucket, do you feel the weight of the ball?
No.
Do you feel the weight of the mug?
No.
You put in the water, the weight, you feel less. You know that?
Yes.
Why? Is it
Because most of the
Is it magic?
not magic. It's not magic. It's science.
nothing is magic.
Okay.
It's all about
See,
science.
you try to put something in water or swimming pool, your body weight also you feel lesser. You know that?
Yeah,
because of density, it's the brain quite dense, but
No,
once you
let's
feel it
know.
in the scalp, it's
No, it's a-
more dense.
I love the way you use the word density, but it may not be completely true. But I'll
It
tell
might
you,
not be
the,
correctly
the brain
balanced.
in the body is in your cranium bone, right, inside your skull
Yes.
bone. Okay,
Scalp.
so
Scalp bone.
so
Scalp or
af-
scalp?
skull
Against
bone.
scalp.
Okay.
Skull
Scalp is the skin,
Skull.
skull is the bone. Okay.
Well, anyways, Kusu's
Let
saying
me
that.
finish. Let me finish. Okay. So, hey, hey. Okay. See the brain in the cranium, skull bone. Okay, it's not just brain which is fixed there, but on top of the brain, that is the outer layer. I mean, the brain is inside a what do you call a place which is filled by a fluid that's called synovial fluid.
Synovial.
Synovial fluid. That's like water. Water. Fluid is the water.
Is that protective
Liquid.
field? Is that protective field called
It's like a protective layer, not a layer, protective boundary. Outside the boundary, there is water. Water is a liquid synovial fluid. So, brain is actually hanging in your head inside the synovial fluid. It's floating there.
So,
So, the outer side of the brain is all filled with synovial fluid. So, it's inside the fluid mechanism. Not, sorry, fluid mechanism. It's inside the fluid chamber. Okay?
chamber.
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 Okay?
Chamber.
Chamber. Yeah,
It's
that's
called
it.
chamber, not
Chamber.
chamber.
Oh, sorry. Okay, chamber. Good. Okay?
Father saw it teaching you.
Okay, no problem, don't worry. Okay, so when it is in the synovial fluid, then the weight of the brain is not felt much by us, so we don't feel like it's 1.5 kgs in your head.
But why does we feel it so
When it is
difficult?
outside the body, there's no fluid layer outside it, right? It's a direct brain, so that's
But
why
what
we would
if we
feel.
pour it in water?
When you put it in the bucket, it's still no much weight. When you take it out of the bucket, you feel the weight. Okay, you try this sometimes. You put a heavy object in the bucket of water. You try to lift it inside the water. It will be less weight. But when you lift it outside that water bucket, then you'll feel the more weight.
First I was just lift the bucket, put it on my desk, then open it, take it out and put it on my desk, close and put it down.
Then what is the point of checking the weight? You have to check the weight when it's not in water, right?
I'll check the weight after I took it out. I would check.
Then
I
you'll feel
don't
it.
think I will
Yeah,
check.
okay.
I think I will break it in.
Oh, okay.
and
Sit down.
smash
Sit
it
down.
into
Sit down.
dice.
It's like just
Okay.
like when you
So are we done for today? I think you've cleaned your eyes. It's looking good.
can we talk about one last topic
I
before
have
we
one
end today's
topic.
video?
I have one topic. Do you know there's actually two types of our nervous systems?
Hey, you
These
told
ones?
about it already.
No.
There's,
No, Kusan.
there's two types of thalamus. The thalamus and hypothalamus.
Huh? Thalamus and hypothalamus.
Yes.
Two are there. Okay. What they do?
The hypothalamus is regulating body temperature.
Okay.
And the other one I didn't learn its job.
Okay. You should
Okay,
learn.
now can I have one
Last, okay.
last topic? So can we talk about the circulatory system of the heart?
Circulatory system itself as centric part which is heart.
Okay,
It's
so
not
should we
circulatory
talk-
system of the heart
Yes.
itself.
Hey, why do you think I'm a baby?
Okay.
Okay, so it all starts when deoxygenated
Deoxygenated.
deoxygenated blood enters the heart, and then it's at the right atrium. Right?
Then to the tricuspid wall moves to
The
the bicuspid wall. That it's called tricuspid wall because it has three cusps or weaves.
How do you use your hands as a tricuspid valve?
It's like this. What do you call that one? This is bicuspid. Okay. Okay. Tricuspid means I need three. I need one of yours. No, like this you put. Okay. Assume this bottom is one. No, this bottom two or one. Okay. Like this. This is one bottom, and then you have this one.
Wait.
Okay. Okay. Close, open, close.
I can see the
Close.
3 cusps.
Yeah, 3
It's
cups.
like a triangle.
Can I try?
Yeah.
It's like a triangle.
Assume both our lower fingers is one layer like this. No, like this. Okay.
I
Okay,
can
and
see
then-
the three
yes.
cuts is like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
real
yeah.
triangle, while the
Yeah,
real
yeah.
pyramid
Close.
is
Okay.
made out of sand.
And then it goes
Can you
to
please sit? I cannot cover you when you're
and
standing
then
up.
it goes to
See
the
that?
Go back,
It's
please go back.
rounded.
Please go
and then
back.
it goes to the right ventricle. Am I correct?
Yes. To the
Ah.
mitral wall.
Okay.
Now.
From the right atrium to right ventricle,
From
it
the-
goes via tricuspid valve. Okay. From the right ventricle, it goes to the lung.
And then through the pulmonary vein.
It goes. It
It
goes
goes
into
to
the
the
pulmonary
lungs.
artery
No.
and directly to the lungs, where it mixes with the oxygen. Then it goes back to the another tube into the right, into
What?
the left
Ah.
area,
Wait,
and
wait.
then to the mitral
Wait,
wall,
wait,
to the
Oh, can you please
mitral
wait?
wall,
okay, sure,
and
sure.
then after that it goes to the ventricle, and then it's pumped all around the body by the atrial aorta.
Wait.
Through.
True.
And
And let me tell you something. When the deoxygenated
Sit here, dude. Come. Come in.
oxygenated
Come here.
blood enters the lungs, the carbon dioxide goes away from the blood and oxygen.
How it
comes-
goes away, Nana?
Because it mixes with some things in the lungs.
Not like that. When you breathe air, there is oxygen in the air, and
So
then
it
this,
gets
this
the ox-
goes through the windpipe into the lungs, and then lungs has got a small
Small
balloon type
balloon.
stuff called
Those are-
alveoli.
Alveoli, and
Alveoli.
they are
And then
they are like
they exchange the
Oxygen.
blood carbon dioxide with the blood oxygen.
So, example, you are the CO2, alright? I'm the oxygen.
Not like that.
Papa, you.
It's not
Papa,
it's not
wait.
the exchange between oxygen and carbon dioxide. It's the
this
exchange
is oxygen
of
and the
blood
carbon
with
dioxide.
oxygen. I'm sorry, the blood has carbon dioxide, and then the carbon dioxide is sent out from the blood, and oxygen is pushed into the blood. The carbon dioxide escapes out, and the oxygen gets into the blood
I'm coming.
when it is
Oxygen.
at the alveoli level. It's very, very,
Otto
very
one,
bad.
Otto one, Otto one.
Okay.
It's
That's.
like, Papa, is it like, this is the oxygen and this is carbon dioxide.
No, there is no touching between oxygen and carbon dioxide.
Yeah, there's no touching. It's just like
It's
an
like the
exchange.
blood. So Sikra is a blood. Okay?
Yes.
Sikra has blood, and then he has carbon dioxide in it. Okay? And you are the air which has oxygen in you.
Yes.
Go near. Shake hands, and you give oxygen to the blood and take carbon dioxide into your air.
And then I go inside a tube. What's the name?
You go back to the heart.
And then through the left atrium, and then we go
Left
through
ventricle.
the mitral valve, which is about 2 cups
Cusp or weaves.
Yeah.
And then pumped
to
to the
the
entire
left
body
ventricle.
through the.
The archa aorta. But
think so. Let
before
me
it goes
cross
to before it gets pumped to the body, the mitral valve it goes to, and then it goes to the left ventricle, and then it
Left
goes,
ventricle pushes it very hard. To
Yeah.
push it very hard, what should the left ventricle have? A smaller mass or a bigger mass?
Bigger mass.
Yes, and a bigger pressure.
Do you know how it knows the bigger pressure? Actually, it's since they have more mass, the
Go back and sit
ventricles.
there.
Since ventricles have more mass, they have to expand the territory more higher than the atriums. Atriums need very less mass, but since the ventricles are very big, they need more mass to make them strong.
Yeah, it's not just the mass, it's also the strength of the muscle
Size.
and the way it contracts.
And then with that so big pressure, the blood has to go somewhere. So it goes through the arch of aorta, and then the blood goes all over to our body. This can happen so fast.
No,
But
it happens.
it's
It
just
happens
a
72 times.
millisecond.
Normally it happens 72 times in a minute. That's what the heartbeat says.
And it happens about 100 million times a day, right?
I don't know,
Yes.
but I have to calculate it. Okay, are we done for today?
I have one more thing.
Hey, it's battery, right? It's getting.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay,
Sit, sit,
bye-bye.
sit, sit. I cannot take you. Okay, go back and sit.
Well, that's all
For
for today's
today's
learning
episode.
episode with both of us.
And
That is called a kid that goes one in
oh, so where am I in this?
Huh?
It's both of you.
It's both of us with
With
my father.
uh,
You can search for our channel to watch more of our videos.
hey, not, hey, not. No, not. Sit. Okay.
Search for our channel to find more videos on Facebook and YouTube.
Let's talk about it later.
Okay, for now,
Bye.
bye.
Bye.